Richard, good to have you on here. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. My pleasure.
In my research, I've realized that you spent some time in California. Were you born and raised out here?
I was, yeah, born in Monterey, California.
That's a good place. It's a good place in
Yeah,
California.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where I'm at right now, actually. 'Cause I've been living in Big Sur for the past 3 years. I don't have Wi-Fi down there, so I had to come up to my girlfriend's house to bum her Wi-Fi.
I mean, hey, who hasn't been there before?
Yeah,
Do you feel like music from California has had a large impact on the music that you make today?
sure. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think a lot of music has had an impact on what I make today. But I feel like just growing up here, it must have. I've definitely heard that from people that it reminds them of California bands.
Do
Uh,
you find that you feel the same way when you're making it?
I don't think so. I don't ever really think about uh, what it necessarily sounds like when I'm making it. I'm just kind of making it.
Hmm.
You know?
Is there ever a time that you go back and look at it and say, "Oh, well, it sounds like this," or reminds me of that?
Uh, I don't. Yeah, I don't normally go back and listen to my music too much after it's been made, other than just playing it live. But I could, yeah, I can see how certain influences come through on songs. I think, yeah.
Is there anyone in particular that you can think of that really had a large impact?
Um, Probably Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground,
Classic California bands.
classic California band, straight on the other side of the country. I've always liked the Grateful Dead. I'm not a Deadhead, but I've always, loved the energy of the Grateful Dead and their whole scene. So, and growing up here, that's kind of, it's our thing. Near the Bay Area here, the Dead.
Have you ever
Um,
heard that theory that they were CIA operatives? Have you heard this?
no, I haven't heard this.
Yeah, allegedly the story goes, and I'm paraphrasing this. I could have some of this stuff wrong, but the CIA used them to peddle LSD around the country.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I could see Jerry Garcia as a CIA informant for
For
sure.
sure. I mean, I think that he lost that finger, and then like that's when it really everything started to connect, I think.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's my own theory. I have nothing backing that, just my word.
yeah. Do you know? How did he lose his finger? You know the story of that? I've heard
I
he was chopping wood when he was a kid, or something like that. His brother was chopping wood and right
oh,
off. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard.
I mean that sounds pretty logical for to lose a finger in such a manner.
Or it was the CIA.
Or it was the CIA. Um, and what's his name from Black Sabbath also lost like the tips of his fingers. I can't
Hmm.
remember exactly who it was, but someone, the guitarist, I guess, from
Oh,
like the original formation of
right.
Black
Gosh,
Sabbath.
uh, Randy Rhodes. That's his name.
Maybe
The the
we'll just
he's
we
we'll go with
we gotta plug some name in there, and we'll go with that one. He was like cutting metal. It was like his last day at work before like kind of quitting, and then he like cut off like the tip of his pointer and middle finger, I believe, is the
that.
fingers. And then he was experimenting with putting like balls of clay or something on the tips so he could still hit the notes,
Sure.
which is yeah.
Whatever you got to do,
Oh yeah. Ooh.
hit those notes.
Hmm.
I used to work construction, and that was, oh yeah, I hated using saws.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I had a boss that would like not use there's like a blocker on the saws for
Hmm.
your, to hold the wood, and he was like always threw that off and just like, get your hand as close as you can in there. But
I've met quite a few men that do that, and you know what? And I will say this, I do trust them every time that they do it. I don't know why. I think I just want to be on their side enough so nothing bad happens.
I don't trust him.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. So were you doing construction up there? Is this where
Yeah.
that's taking place in the Bay?
Yeah, in the Monterey area.
Hmm.
Yeah, did construction for a lot of years. Now I'm bartending down in Big Sur.
Very cool. Is it kind of stressful for you to be in that environment of like, can I get this? Can I get that? Or whatever it may be?
Yeah, sure. Always. No, I work at this place that does we host festivals at the place I work. So like this last weekend, it was pretty busy for a festival for this band Toro y Moi.
Hmm.
They were holding a festival. It was interesting when you hit me up to do this interview because Folk Yeah was putting this festival on. So you hit me up, and I was looking at all these people you had interviewed, and I was like, it was Tristan Wildley. I just talked to him like just a few minutes before you hit me up, and I was on my way to go see Chris Cohen play. I was like running down to go catch his set, and I saw him on there too. So it's kind of that was weird. And then I saw Corey Hansen too was on the show, and I just opened for him a couple weeks ago here in Monterey. So yeah, it was weird. It's weird how small the music world is.
Please go back and listen to all those episodes if you haven't. That's not to you, Richard. I know that you immediately dropped what you were doing and
I did, yeah.
put
I,
all of them on at the same
I
time.
called in sick and watched all of your videos the rest of the night. Yeah,
I
they were
appreciate
great,
it.
great videos. Go check them out.
Just like this one right here. Just like this one.
Yeah, let's hope. I
Um,
hope that's up to that.
yeah, no, no, it was great, and the views have been skyrocketing since you've been playing them, and it's just great. Um, do you feel like in some way a job or something that you're putting some time into outside of music helps create more music?
I think it can. Yeah, I think doing something else, getting my mind off of music for a little bit, and like just having experiences, in life. Definitely working. Coming
Hmm.
home at the end of the day and you're tired and pissed off, you want to write a song. So yeah, I think that helps. Uh, I've always thought that. I'm like, I think I'll always want to have a day job just because it does keep my creative juices flowing somehow. Just having that experience.
Yeah, being able to step away into something else besides music.
Yeah, art. I like to do visual art just for myself too, painting or collage or drawing or whatever. And that definitely when I'm doing that a lot, I tend to feel like I'm writing a lot more music.
Anything creative to get the.
Yeah, I think it's good to take a break, get your mind flowing elsewhere.
Mhm. Have you found that there's certain activities that really make you start your mind to move in a certain direction creatively, or is it always something random?
I think it's something random, but like I said, I think art, like visual art, definitely gets that flowing for me. Um,
Hmm.
I like skateboarding a lot too, which I haven't been doing since I moved to Big Sur, just because it's in the woods. But that when I after I skate all day, I definitely feel creative. I think something about it.
Something about skating and music go hand in hand,
Yeah, yeah. There's
and it always has.
yeah, I kind of started both at the same time when I was a kid. I think so. There's something up there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, in terms of when you started making music, did you start with the drums? Was that the first thing that you gravitated
I
towards?
did. Yeah. How did you know that?
Well, I asked that because I was doing a little bit of research on you and that you are playing drums in Valley Soul. Was that the band kind of leading up to this
Yeah.
most current project?
Yeah. Uh, kind of. That was years ago. That was like we started that band when I was maybe 19,
Wow.
and we played for like 7 years, and then that ended. Um, I was in a couple other playing. I played drums in a couple other bands after that too. Um, but yeah,
So
great.
mostly playing drums in different
Mostly
projects.
yeah, other bands. Yeah, yeah. Mostly a drummer. Just kind of. I played. I've always played guitar since I was a young teen, just on my own and like writing on my own, but never really went for it until later on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you now look at yourself as a drummer that's also playing guitar, or do you look at yourself as a guitarist that can also play drums, or neither, just a
Uh,
musician?
yeah, maybe neither. I feel, yeah, maybe neither now. Now I feel it used to be that I felt more comfortable playing drums, which I still do feel really comfortable, but I don't like want to as much now. Like I just went on a tour recently, which was fun playing drums. But I kind of missed playing guitar and singing my songs, so that I love doing that.
Did some of the work you were doing with drums and playing drums in these other groups have an impact on what you ended up making further down the line with your solo stuff?
I think, yeah, probably. I think any experience with music that I've had definitely like led the way to what I'm doing now. Um, it's definitely different. Valley Soul's way like bands like Valley Soul. That's way different than what I'm doing now. But it definitely helped pave the way. I think I realized playing in those bands what I wanted to do with my music. It gave me a chance to kind of think, experience it without doing it on my own and realizing like this is the way I want to do it in all
Hmm.
aspects of having a band.
At what point did you realize, all right, I'm gonna do this now. It's time to do this.
Um, it was so after Valley Soul, my girlfriend went back to school and she got into UC Santa Barbara to go back to school. So we moved down there. This was like 2019, um, and I just didn't know anybody down there at all to even play drums in a band for. So I just started writing more music and kind of recording demos on my own. And then I recorded my first EP when I lived down there. And yeah, so I was down there a few years and I was just kind of writing and recording on my own. And that's kind of just how it started. When I moved back up here to the Monterey, Big Sur area, I uh, I met these guys and I was playing drums for a band. This a couple of my buddies that lived in Big Sur. This band, the Darrells, Matt Nice and the Darrells. Check them out. It's a sick band. Um, but yeah, once I moved to Big Sur, through that, they were like, you want us to start playing your stuff too?" And it's like, yeah, and that's just kind of how the band started. They
Wow.
just yeah.
Do you think that it was inevitable that you would have began the process of creating your own stuff, whether you moved down to Santa Barbara or not?
I think so. Yeah, I guess I was actually doing it before we moved down there, but
But
yeah,
that
it was
jolt kind of
that,
made
yeah, I
stuff
think
move.
sure, yeah. And my buddy was living my good buddy Brian Noyes, also another great musician who helped me um, on my EP and my first record. He was living in LA at the time, and he kind of pushed me to come down there, and we were able to record in the studio for free. This guy Jason Quever, who's in this band Paper Cuts, he had the studio. Thanks, Jason, and he let us record there for free. So that was awesome. It was, I think Brian definitely helped push me to like record my first stuff because he was into it. So that's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have an idea of what this music was going to sound like, or what you were kind of trying to do with the sound of it before kind of getting into the studio to record that first EP and whatnot?
I think I not exactly, but I think it definitely took on some characteristics of bands I was listening to at the time. I was listening to White Fence a lot when I first started recording that first EP, which is a huge influence. I love that band. Kate LeBon also a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Velvet Underground has always been a big one.
California band. Yeah, yeah,
The biggest California band there is, Lou Reed from Venice Beach.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Born and raised.
Venice Beach, baby.
Yeah, of course. Um, and then Jim Morrison obviously being from New York. Um,
Right.
Also a proven CIA plant, but we're not going to get into that this episode.
We
That's all
could.
right.
Okay, fine. Whatever you want.
We might come back.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. We'll get into that on the Patreon. We'll get into that. Um, yeah. Did you feel like immediately it was this project was different than any other band or group you had been a part of leading up to it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is that because you were at the helm? Do you think that that was the biggest?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Was moving from playing drums to playing guitar a difficult transition for you, or was it pretty easy?
I think it felt natural. Um, I think I just play the guitar like a drummer. So whatever that means.
Um, do you think that you would approach guitar differently if you came from bass or something like that? Do you think that it would that I mean, it's a sizable amount of influence
The having played something else first.
having played drums first.
Oh yeah. I think so. I don't. Yeah, I think it may have been different if I had moved to bass or something instead of
Yeah, like
guitar.
or bass before guitar, or cello
Yeah,
before guitar.
I'm sure it would have been different. But
Hmm.
like I said, I've been playing guitar for a while. I mean, I started drums first, but then I got a guitar for one of my when I was like 13 for my birthday or something. I had been messing around with guitars, but I got my own guitar around then, and that's when I started playing. Really, just kind of for myself and not in bands because I was just more comfortable back then on drums. Drums were very natural for me, so always felt super comfortable just to jump in on drums.
Hmm.
Yeah.
More than even guitar now. If somebody were to tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, we
You
need
know,
somebody,"
I think always, yeah, I could just jump in. I've done that for any shows, even recent, like when we're on tour. I'll will be someone won't have a drummer, and I'll just like I'll play drums for you. So like, I did that for Lee Baggett. I don't know if you're familiar with his music. I
no.
played with him in Olympia, Washington. He's rad. He's a Central Coast legend. He played with Little Wings. He's always kind of been like I think he's Kyle's homie, old homie, but his music's awesome too. You should check that out, Lee Baggett. But I was able to play with him up in Olympia, Washington. We got a show together. He releases his music on Perpetual Doom, which is the label I release my music on as well. So, but yeah, he didn't have a drummer, and I got to sit in on drums with him, and that was awesome because I love his songs.
And you legally had to help him out because you guys are part of the same
Exactly.
label. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do it.
Is it a whole different feeling when you're playing guitar in a live setting as opposed to playing drums? And I understand that you're usually spearheading the operation when you're playing guitar, but even if you weren't, do you just have a different feeling while up on stage behind
Oh yeah,
both of these instruments? Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I've never really thought of that, but yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it's definitely different. I'm in the back, the drums. I'm just back there. I'm chilling. I don't have to do anything. Just hit those drums, hit those skins.
Right, of course. And that's how you just proved to me that you're a professional drummer, obviously. If you say hit those skins, yeah.
Call them skins. You're in.
You call them skins. Was Right Back. That was the first solo release, right?
That was, yeah.
Wow. When I mean when that was beginning to take shape, it was a little bit while you're up there, and but mostly when you're in Santa Barbara.
The making of that or the recording of that.
Uh yeah, getting everything together, both writing it and recording it and all
That one,
this.
yeah, that one was written, and that single was written down there. That song was written in Santa Barbara. So there was an EP that I released. I had recorded all these songs at the same time, but I kind of released them as singles. And some of those songs, or a couple of those songs, were written even before I had moved down there. But yeah, that one was written down there and recorded in LA when I lived in Santa Barbara.
So some of them had been around for a little bit longer than the others, and they
Yeah,
were compiled into this
right. They were all recorded at the same time though.
in Los Angeles.
Yeah, this place called Palmetto Studios, in like downtown LA. It was right when we recorded it right when COVID was breaking out. There was like some ship that was quarantined offshore.
Yeah.
We were recording, and we finished with it. And I went back to Santa Barbara, and then everything just shut down like that day.
So right in the nick of time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you think that it would have been different if it hadn't been wrapped up at that time, at that moment?
Maybe I would have got a band together sooner.
Yeah, did you feel like you were stalled for a while during that period?
I think so. Yeah, that was a weird time. And it was, yeah, right after I'd recorded these new songs. And it's just like, well, let's hang out in the house for a while.
Did any of those songs kind of change shape before they were finally recorded? The older ones or the newer ones?
Yeah, right back was kind of just I wrote it and that was kind of it how it was. Um, there's a song that was on there, I'm Still Here, and that one I had the verses and chorus for a while. I had written that, and then right before I went into the studio. I'd written this kind of like pre-chorus thing that goes in between, and that kind of I feel like changed the song, made it a little better. I think.
Do changes in the composition always occur, or at least sometimes occur? And do you kind of plan for that? It's like, oh, and this could be changed further down the line, perhaps this part or this, whatever it may be.
I don't usually plan for it. It happens, but it usually just kind of springs out of nowhere when I'm playing them. Or yeah, I just kind of have a thought at that moment, like that maybe I could put something else in here.
And then you usually say, no, first thought, best thought, right? And just
I mean, sometimes, right?
wrong. I never believe that. No, it can always be better and always really grind yourself into dust trying to
Yeah,
change it. Yeah.
yeah. I'll go. Yeah, I'll do that.
That's just me. Make it really stressful on everybody, especially yourself. Be really hard on yourself always. That's
That's
my two cents.
good advice, Jacob.
That's what I'm here for. And I do teach a music writing class, so feel
Okay,
free. It's a lot like Whiplash if you ever saw that movie, but like way
sure.
more intense. Yeah.
Okay, good. Sign me up.
Mm. You're already on the roster, don't worry. It's basically for everybody who's been on the podcast. It's a whole
Okay,
thing. I'll send you the flyer.
cool.
Was the self-titled LP the first full length?
Yes, yeah, that was the first full.
Did you feel like that there was a huge gap in between the EP and the full length?
As far as time,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it would. It's a couple years at least, right? 3 years or something, I think. Yeah, I think that the COVID happening kind of had a bit to do with that too. Um, but yeah, that was a bit of time.
Did you get working on that kind of immediately after, like, or like during COVID, or immediately
Yeah,
after finishing up that EP?
yeah. So the way the full length even came about, I think I had wanted to do a full length, but Lou from Perpetual Doom, after I'd released some of the singles of the EP, had hit me up wanting me to be a part of some compilation on Perpetual Doom, and I wasn't able to do it, so I said I can't do this, but let's work together, or I'd love to put something out with you guys. And I showed him my EP, and he was like, "This is great. Let me know when you have a full length." And so after that, kind of got me working on the full length. It's like, well,
Yeah,
maybe
definitely. Some interest in your
sure,
thing.
yeah. And so I actually recorded the full length up in Anacortes, Washington. It's like an hour and a half above Seattle. It's the gateway to the San Juan Islands.
I
It's
really
a
like how you just kind of journey out to make your stuff.
yeah, yeah. Spread, so you got to do it.
What drew you up there specifically?
So Brian Noyes, who helped me record the EP, he moved back to he's lived in Seattle for 10 plus years, but he moved back to Seattle shortly after that, after recording that EP, and he just recorded up at this studio called The Unknown. Um, it's Phil Elvrum's studio, but our buddy Nick Wilbur kind of runs it and is the engineer there. But he was ranting and raving about this studio, and he got me to come up there and start working on this full length.
And did you kind of approach recording this full length the same way that you did with the EP, or did you want to change it up?
Um, I think, I mean, it changed a bit the way we did it. It was like the studio we had recorded in LA. It was a full studio, but we didn't have access to everything because the guy wasn't there. So it was just us, me and Brian, and it was like on his laptop, on his little whatever those, I forget what the thing we used was called, but yeah, it was like we recorded with like we used the Shure. What is this? What's mic do you have here? We used this mic
The
for everything. Yeah,
SM7B, and sure, I mean, I'm ready for the sponsorship whenever you are. I mean, the name's right there, every podcast.
that's all we used for that first EP. So it
That's
was
all I
two
use all the
years.
time, Richard. That's what I'm trying to say here. We're trying to get this going here. We got to pay the bills.
Yeah, let's get on it. Sure, sponsor this man. Sponsor me
Come on.
too. Why not? Hey, let's go.
Sure. We're good guys and we
Sure,
make cool stuff. So come on.
sure.
Sure. Anyway, so you're using this and you're using a
That was for the
laptop.
first EP. It was still pretty lo-fi. We didn't have a lot of bells and whistles. So when we went up to to the unknown, we had, an engineer and a whole studio to work with. So that was different. And Jake Brady, who's in a band with Brian, Tompton's the band, great band. He played drums.
I'm sorry, did you say Tompton?
Tomten,
Tomton. Huh?
Tomten. Uh,
Tomton.
Yeah, they're a great band. I don't know if they're playing too much anymore, but great band,
So
Seattle band.
if you see that they're playing, go and see them.
Seriously, yeah, you should. Um, but yeah, Jake, who plays in that band, played drums on all these songs. So we just did it like it was me and him on rhythm guitar and drums. We just cut those tracks and just go from there.
And was it you and Brian, just you guys on the EP?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so we had Jake on the full length. So it was just me, Jake, and Brian for the full length. Yeah.
With each release, you get more and more people together.
Well, just wait till you come to the next one.
I'm not trying to jump the gun here. We're moving in chronological
Hold
order.
on a second, Jacob.
Was
But yeah,
there kind of a blueprint for this album already in existence before going up to Washington to put it down?
no, no, no. I went up three different times for three different sessions, and
Oh wow.
yeah, um, and each time would be like I'd write a batch of songs. I'd hate, five of them, and five of them I would like, so I'd bring them up there, and I'd make demos for them too, and so I'd come up there with some demos and show them, and they'd turn into something completely different, because I'm working with other people, and I did kind of wanted that anyway. I just like do whatever you want, while we're playing these, and see what happens. So
Yeah.
there was no solid,
Constraint.
yeah, yeah, no constraint. Whatever you want,
Whatever.
whatever.
Whatever you want.
That's
Um
how I roll. That's how I
that's
work.
that's the ethos. Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
You specifically. You. Only you, Richard, because you're not going to take any guff from anybody else. I understand that.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
I've learned.
Group
as well.
music.
The
Yeah.
what?
I said you too.
Oh
Whatever
yeah,
you
no, I'm not, yeah, and also I'm not taking any shit from anybody either.
no.
Put that on record.
We got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get real. Try to come at me, change me.
Wouldn't dare.
Do you usually work with some sort of a plan when compiling new songs, or do they just kind of come into your orbit however they come into the orbit and kind of fit into one another some way?
I think a bit of both, maybe. Yeah, it's never all. Yeah, with writing for me, it's never the same. Or I'll have an idea of how I want something to go, and I'll start trying to put things in a box, and then it just doesn't go that way, or it does. Yeah,
Do you prefer it to go the way that you wanted it to go originally, or are you usually happy with how it turns out if it's altered?
I think I'm happy with it if something different comes out, because
Mhm.
then that makes it maybe more unique. I don't know.
I think you do know, but that's okay, Richard. Well, we'll just slide on past that. Was the plan to follow up the EP with an LP? Was that always the plan?
No,
Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. I think when I was first doing the solo stuff, I didn't know what was coming. I just was doing it to do it, and it just kind of happened. Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to like the whatever happens happens sort of a thing, kind of a loose interpretation of these kind of things.
Yeah. Sure.
And that seems like it feeds creativeness more than anything else. Talking to people and such, a lot of people have this mindset, and it does work out.
Yeah. I think that's good to have that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
No expectations.
Mhm. Or great expectations. It's either one or the other.
It's a great book.
Who wrote that book? I can't remember who the heck wrote that book.
Um,
Charles
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 Dickens.
Dickens? Is
Yeah.
that okay?
Yeah. That was the only book that I've ever listened to on audio because I couldn't read it for some reason. I tried to get past the first few chapters, couldn't do it. Listen to it on audio. It's fantastic.
This brings up a interesting question. If you listen to a book on audio book, do you tell somebody, "Oh, I listened to that book," or can you say, "Oh, I've read that book"?
I don't think you can say you've read it.
It's a
I
whole
always say
different.
I've listened to it on audio.
Mhm.
Different. Someone reading it to you. Could say that. Somebody read me that book.
That's a good way of phrasing that. I like that. Reading is cool. I like it, but I really enjoy an audiobook too when I'm driving around and such.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hmm.
Yeah. I love reading. Um, I should get into audiobooks more though.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the only one that I've listened to.
I'm listening to that Blood Meridian book, the Cormac McCarthy
Oh,
book on
uh-huh.
audios, but it's kind of hard to I kind of got to really like tune into it because like the main character really doesn't have a name, and it's like wait, what's going on here? And then I gotta it's just hard for me to keep track of everything at some
Huh.
points. I gotta back it up about 20 seconds or so or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I won't listen to that one. I'll
I
read
don't.
that one.
I mean, you might be a better listener than I am.
Probably not.
What? See,
Probably
that's
not.
exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about right here. You caught it immediately. I didn't. That's yeah. Do you think that you retain the knowledge in a different way when you're listening to an audiobook rather than physically reading something?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sure. You must, right?
I think so, but I don't know if that's really detectable or not. If you have somebody listen to an audiobook and read the same book, I think the clarity is would might be pretty on par with one another, but I don't know.
Maybe you remember more if you read it because you're
Mm,
actually reading it. I
mhm.
don't know. I remember a lot of Great Expectations.
They were great.
They were great. The Expectations.
Is there another book that you've tried to pick up and read and you're just like, nah, I can't?
Um, yeah, that's definitely happened. There's this one book my girlfriend tried to get me to read, and I can't remember the name of it right now or the author. But yeah, just wasn't couldn't do it.
One of those books. Now, are you afraid of putting down a book that you've already spent some time in reading and you go, this is just not for me and I gotta put this down, I'm not returning?
I usually finish them.
Mm.
I
I feel like there's a guilt thing to that too. It's like I already started this and I have to finish it, sort of a thing.
yeah. Um, I think for me, I just gotta finish it. You know, if I've gotten 50 pages in, let's say, you gotta go all the way.
And that's a pretty low barrier threshold.
Right.
That
What is what's your threshold?
I don't know because I've put off this book for a while. It's Hunter S. Thompson's um Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail book, and it's just, to me, this is just my opinion, a lot of guys' names with the polling numbers, how they're polling, at what month we're in. And I'm in March, or the second half of March, and I feel guilty that I haven't gone back and read it, but I know what's in there. I know what's in the book. It's gonna be
Yeah.
more numbers, more of the same names.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
It's just a little bit difficult, but it is interesting because it's different than anything else I've read from him. Um, but it's just not up my alley. But I feel guilt about it right now as we speak about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
pick it up after this.
I
Well,
might have to.
yeah.
I think since we talked about it enough, and I'm like,
Get it over with.
oh, it's just so much numbers. Blah 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 is polling at 53%, but they think that the majority is going to do, what, and
I probably want to finish it if I were you.
I might have to go audio on it. I have to go audio on the
Yeah.
on the rest.
Let someone else read it to you.
Let somebody else read it to me. Now, what do you say about that if somebody pulled that move of a half read and a half audio?
I think that's
Can
okay.
can you say that you read it?
You could say you read half.
I like that you're a little bit of a stickler for these kind of things. You go, there's a process to it. All right.
Somebody else read the last half to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Richard, I'm not gonna get mad at you. I'm just kind of processing my
Yeah.
new reality of if I
Yeah.
go down this route,
You have two options.
I got
Three
two
options.
options here. Three, the third one to just leave it alone, but I gotta push through it. Anyways, just going back to music for 1 second here, and then we'll get back to books.
Sure.
Um, do you view both the EP and the first LP as kind of coming from the same point of creativity, kind of being written around the same time, or are they separate?
I think I think those are separate enough. Yeah. I think um, each thing I've put out has been separate. For sure.
And do you want them to be separated? Do you want them to kind of live in their own spaces?
Yeah, I think so. Each one's its own beast.
But would you be upset if they were intertwined in some way?
No,
But
whatever.
ideally have them stand on their own.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that answer, Richard. It's a good one. Um, are there any recurring themes that tend to find their way into your songs? Maybe not like very bluntly, but maybe subconsciously.
Um, I don't know. Maybe just I think I write about just my what's going on in my life a lot somehow. So maybe that's it. My life.
Is it more your own experiences rather than looking at somebody else's experience or being inspired by something else that's not related to you at all?
Usually, I
Hmm.
think. Yeah, usually. But I write about a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, I think usually it's about my own experiences.
Do you write instrumentation at the same time as lyrics, or do they kind of are they kind of formed in different
It has
times?
both happen. Yeah. I write a lot, just writing, so that'll happen where I'm just kind of playing guitar. Or I have some chord progression or chords or whatever, and I have something that I've written that's just been in my head and that kind of just fits to that. Or I'll just be playing guitar and playing, and words just kind of come out to that.
Is it is it easy to kind of get the ball rolling creatively for you?
Yeah. It can be if I am in practice of it. If I'm doing it on the regular and I'm in that mode, then yeah, it gets easy. But if I fall off of that, it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of reset in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I gotta be in it.
Hmm.
Gotta get the ball rolling, and then it starts happening.
Is it is that the only conscious act is like I have to pick up an instrument today in order to keep this moving, but then besides that, whatever happens, happens?
Um, yeah, I think so. Yeah, just staying in practice of it, or writing too. If I can fall off writing, I have to keep on that. You know, I try to. I try to write a lot, as much as I can.
Are you jotting this down with pen and paper, or are you typing it out, or a mix of both?
And no, pen and paper always.
Pen and
Yeah.
paper in a notebook or in separate sheets?
Nope, multiple notebooks
Ah,
scattered around.
is there a specific ideas that go in specific notebooks?
No, it's a mess.
And in terms of if you get an idea from a notebook off the ground, do you then scratch it out or do you just leave it there and know it's like that's not I can't go to that well anymore because it's already been tapped?
Oh, if I use it and it's in the
Hmm.
notebook, I just know. Yeah, I don't scratch it out. It's there somewhere.
You let it live.
I let it live. Yeah.
At what point do you or is there a point that you stop referring to the notebook? You go, okay, this kind of has legs, and I'm gonna refrain from going back to that notebook because there's something already here
In a song.
in a song.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes I'll just have like a line that I've written down in a notebook that's like a full paragraph or a full, whatever. And there'll just be one line from that that kind of sparks this whole other idea, and like the rest of it's crap. And what's good is over here in the song.
When you're putting together these demos, do you have a certain formula for putting it down so you like remember where you left off or where it's stemming from or whatever?
No, not necessarily. It's different each time. Yeah,
And is
especially with demos.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it'll be a recording on my phone. Um,
mhm.
sometimes I'll go all out and just record like a full demo on the tape machine and get a whole idea.
Yeah. Oh, are you usually referring to a phone or the tape machine in that kind of scenario of the demo?
Uh, both. Yeah, it just depends. Lately, yeah. So the last record that I did, that all those songs were meant to be demos on the tape machine. I was like, I'm gonna make these demos on this tape machine, and I ended up just really liking how they were turning out, the sound of them on the machine. It was a lot of fun just recording them and making this really lo-fi sound on this tape machine. I just kind of liked how that sounded, so that ended up being the actual final record.
Wow.
Yeah.
At what point did you say this is it? This is what we're supposed to be doing here?
It was when I recorded the first song on the record, "Blue Eyed Open Sky." I just really loved how that was sounding. I'm like, this is it. This is just how it's gonna be.
How did you feel in that moment of realizing it's done? It's already we're already at the finish line here.
Well, it wasn't finished at that point. But I think it was exciting when I found out like this is how I want to do the rest of them. I had done some, and this after this song I was like the rest of them are just going to be on the tape machine like this. So it's exciting. I think it's like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
going to do this myself.
kind of tearing down that I don't want to say a wall, but definitely something that would have had to been traversed later on.
Right. Yeah. Just like this. Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
Whatever happens, whatever.
Again, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Uh, and that was for Between the Morning, right? That's the record that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Uh, Okay. Um, how do you feel when you're kind of over that obstacle, or even when you kind of merge an idea for lyrics and an idea for instrumentation and they do fit together? What is that like for you?
It feels really good.
Is,
Yeah.
is that kind of what you're searching for throughout this
Yeah.
whole thing? It's like, oh, these two things make something that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It just gets me excited, and just is why I think I play music in the first place. Just
Hmm.
feeling, just I don't know, can't describe it. It's also what playing shows is like. It's just this exciting feeling. You're doing it, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Indescribable.
Yeah, I think so.
When do you feel a song is finally finished? Is it when you actually get the final recording down, or is it when it's finally formulated in a demo? Or again, it's a circumstantial sort of issue, and some songs feel like they're finished and some songs don't.
You know, I used to think it's when the recording's done, but lately I don't think they're ever finished because now I'll play songs live different than how I recorded them, and sometimes I like them more. Like that, this is how the song should be. So I don't know if they're ever finished. They're always evolving.
Would you be open to re-recording an already established songs in a different format, the way more closely to how you're playing them live?
Yeah, I actually want to do that. That's an idea I really have been wanting to do lately. Like some of the earlier songs, like Right Back, we play it so different live, and I really like the way we play it now. So yeah, that's one I really want to re-record.
And is that realization of how it should have been recorded or could have been recorded originally, that can only be sprung from playing it live so many times, right?
Right. Yeah. Just playing it so often, and just kind of forms, or you get. I mean, for certain songs like that one, we had played it so much, and I was just kind of like tired of not tired of playing it, but kind of felt overplayed, and I started I was at a practice, and I started playing it in a different kind of rhythm, and had this idea for us. Like, this is how it should be done. That's how I should have done it, 5 years ago.
But again, whatever, man, whatever you want to do,
Yeah,
whatever happens. Do you usually write alone or do you write with other people?
usually alone. Yeah, for the most part.
When you're in the when you're in the studio with other people and you're trying to get a song down, is it easy for you to convey what your idea for the finalized version of the song is going to be because you've kind of played other instruments and had other experiences with different people and different bands, and it's kind of easy to articulate what you're going for?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like it is, and if you're depends who you're working with too. I think. I think
And
I've always loved working with people that are I'm close to and are my friends because we just have that connection already if we know what we're talking about. You know.
yeah, everyone knows what they're getting into.
Yeah.
For this most recent album, did you work in a studio again? Did you bring the or did you put it onto tape in a studio, or what was that process like?
No, I recorded this in my tent cabin. Um, down by the river, and I mixed it myself in the cabin onto. I have a digital Tascam Neo, so is my Porta Studio 424 cassette tape recorder is what I recorded it on, 4 track, and I mixed it down onto my digital Tascam, and I sent those mixes off to Nick Wilbur, who engineered the first LP. I sent it off to him to master him. And that was it.
Up to Washington.
Up to Washington, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
When you were in the process of, was it the first time you were mixing stuff?
Um, no, no, I've always kind of, I've kind of always done that with other bands and that I've worked with. Like, not this is the first one I've just done myself. Yeah, like, and this was just me doing it. So yeah,
What was that like? Kind of taking that approach or
it
role.
um it was fun. I had a lot of fun with that one, with this one. It was nerve wracking because I don't know, I don't know if I think I just had faith. I just let myself have faith in myself. I'm like, this is just gonna be what it is, and it ended up turning out all right. I think.
Yeah. I think it turned out, I would dare I say, and please don't get mad at me when I express this, better than okay. Better than all right. I
Whatever.
understand those are kind of choice words for you to hear. I get it.
Yeah.
Richard, I'd be upset if I were in your shoes as well, but I just had to say my piece.
I'll let it slide.
Thank you.
But whatever happens, happens. I'll tell you that.
Did you explore different ways of writing beyond kind of stepping into this new role and kind of basically working on this all on your own? Uh, Aside from that, did you approach this in any different way, or was that kind of different enough to be like, okay, I'm going to keep everything kind of by the books regarding everything
No,
else?
no, it's totally. I think a few of the songs, uh, I recording in this way on this little tape machine. It's almost its own instrument, so it's like that kind of changed it too. I think some of the songs ended up the way they did because of this having recorded in this way. So I think that was different. Even writing them, I think I changed them a little bit after writing them while recording, just because of using this whole new machine.
Would you approach it the same way you did again?
Uh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I like doing that. I'm actually working on something right now that's pretty much the same. Yeah.
And does it, I mean, where you're at right now, does it feel the same as what we're talking about now in the past tense of how it felt when you were first working on it in such a way?
Yeah, I think so. I've had a little less time this last year to do it, um, but when I do have time to work on it, it's been the same. It's a lot of fun. I'm doing it the same way.
Is it important to keep some sort of consistency in music while still exploring other ideas and pathways and such? Is it still important to keep some sort of anchor?
I think so, but letting the anchor move if it if it feels right.
Yeah, if it needs to, don't keep it there if it's trying to move somewhere else, sort of a thing.
Yeah, I'm open. I'm always open to change in music because I think that's important too.
But again, you're not actively trying to change it. You're just kind of changing if it needs to be, if it wants to be changed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Being open to change is good in all ways of life. I think
Facets, perhaps.
facets.
Perhaps. Again, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, Richard. I've already pissed you off enough this interview.
Jacob,
I know, dude. I know. I'm really dancing on ice right now.
one more time.
I know, man. um, has the process of beginning to formulate an album or a new idea, kind of where you are right now in this new thing that you've alluded to before, has that become easier since beginning it, since kind of getting the ball rolling back in 2020 or 2019?
Um, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Did you expect it to become easier? Did you expect these kind of hardships or hard points within getting music created and this project off the ground? Did you expect them to get easier?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I had any expectations. Whatever happens, happens. No, I don't think. I don't. No, like yeah, I really don't think I had any expectations. I've just always been kind of rolling
Except
with
it
it.
says except great ones.
Yeah,
Aside from those, none.
except the great ones. Shout out Dickens.
Shout out Charles Dickens.
Yeah,
Um, the Right Back EP that was only released in 2020, right?
right.
And now you've put out two full lengths since then, which is quite a bit of music. Does it feel like you've been working on this project longer than you have been?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. You mean just the whole project in general, like
In
the
yeah,
whole?
in general, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of hard to say how long it's been. I guess it's been 5 years since I've been putting stuff out, but or not too. Yeah. I don't know. It kind of feels like it just started too. So I don't know. Yeah.
It's a real Schrodinger's paradox.
Yeah.
It is one thing, but it is also the other and the third state.
Yeah. I think it being my personal project too, I've always, like I said, I've always written music and just done it on my own. So it kind of feels like I've just been doing it that forever. But we've been definitely playing a lot more shows in the last couple of years. And I love doing that. And like having a solid band now has been great. So that feels a little more new. And like we've just been, you know, doing that a lot more. So yeah.
Has that changed the pace of things for you drastically, having a formed band?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How does that make you feel in a live sense? It's like, oh, these are the guys that were here last night or in the night before or whatever.
It feels great. Yeah, I love the crew.
Do you feel like that sense of having that crew and how it makes you feel in that moment is also resonating with the audience?
I think so for sure. Yeah,
And do you want that feeling overall? Do you want people to have that feeling of like, hey, this is here we are, this is a good time sort of a thing?
yeah, yeah. I want people to have a good time at the shows.
Do you
that's
feel
my
like
that's my thing about live shows is as long as everybody's having a good time, that's you know that's great. That's all I want.
that's the greatest expectation, some say?
Yeah, it's the
Some
best thing.
say that.
Yeah, some and
Not
maybe
us, but some other people do say that.
name one.
Richard, I appreciate you coming on here, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
But before I let you go, we gotta do some promo here because you
Sure,
got some stuff going on.
sure.
Um, now all of the three releases are all put out through Perpetual Doom, right? Or the second
Not
and the third.
just the second and third.
Okay. And the newest album, Between the Morning, is the third one and the newest
Right.
record.
And those are also out on Plume Records, which is Brian Noise's label.
Oh, right
Double,
on. It's a duel.
yeah, it's a duel. So check,
Whoa,
yeah, everyone
man.
check both those out. Yeah,
I didn't know that you had it like that. I apologize.
yeah.
I thought it was a one label thing, not a two
Can't
label
do my
thing.
boy Brian like that.
No, that is really cool though. That yeah, I mean he's really saw the potential
Yeah,
and you've been working on it with him. That's incredible, man.
yeah.
That
You got to
that
get
is
him on here. He's. You check out his music. Brian Noise. It's great.
Brian Noise. Yeah,
Yeah,
and shout out to him. That's a
Uh,
that's just a classic good guy move. I like it.
yeah.
So and Perpetual Doom has both the albums out, and I believe it's just at pdoomrecords.com. And if I'm wrong about that, whatever the correct
I
link
think it's
is,
Perpetual Doom, perpetualdoom.com.
perpetualdoom.com.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where you could find it, or whatever the real
Yeah,
URL is going to
yeah,
be
I
below.
have some links on my Instagram.
And that's the best place to keep up to date with what you're doing, shows and
Yeah, we
whatnot,
got
right?
some shows coming up, so yeah, check that out for our shows.
Right on. And that's at Richard George Trips
Yeah,
on Instagram, and the George is with a J.
George with a J.
George with the J, Trips, two P's. And again, that'll be linked below of whatever you're listening to this on. And your Bandcamp is also a good place.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. Check that out.
And I don't have it in front of me. What do you think it is?
Richard Trips.
.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, that's got
I'm
to be
assuming.
it.
And if you're wrong, people can just scroll down right now and check if you do have the right URL, because it will be down there.
Okay, great.
And
Perfect.
do we have anything else to promote?
Not at the moment. Just keep a lookout. We're gonna be playing shows this fall, the next couple of months, and then hopefully gonna be releasing something semi soon. We'll see.
And it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, my expectations are great.
I was really hoping you were gonna bite on that. That's perfect. Richard, thank you so much, man. I'm gonna stop recording this. I'll talk to you in a minute, okay?
Sounds good.
All right.